Hey everyone, A.B.I. here, and it's really been a while since a new Overwatch video, but recently we got our first real look at the newest hero, Sombra, at least for people like me who aren't smart enough to follow the ARG. If you've been paying even less attention than me, I'll give a brief rundown. Sombra is a hacker of Mexican descent, formerly of the Los Muertos Street Gang and currently under the employ of the terrorist group Talon, making her an ally to Reaper and Widowmaker. On the verge of unraveling a global conspiracy, Sombra targets high-profile corporate executives for reasons unknown. When she's not doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Sombra is an offense hero focused on stealth and disruption. She's armed with a short-ranged machine pistol as her primary weapon, which is actually her only source of damage. Her signature ability, Hack, temporarily locks enemies from using their abilities and can disable turrets, but can also be used on health pickups to make them useless to enemies. Her thermoptic camouflage temporarily makes Sombra invisible and increases her movement speed, but attacking, using offensive skills, or taking damage will break the stealth. Her translocator is a beacon that is thrown like a grenade, and remains where it lands until Sombra activates it again, teleporting her to the beacon's location. Her ultimate is EMP, which is an area of effect burst centered on Sombra that disables shields, barriers, and hacks everything in its radius. As a clandestine cyber hacker, Sombra is about information, secrets, and infiltrating. At a glance, this design screams cyberpunk, with the neon trims, metallic ribbing, and holographic sleeves and leggings. The most intricate part of her costume is her gloves, wired to the fingertips, ending in bright pink nails, which she uses as a universal interface to hack everything, thus forming the focal point of her animations. Interestingly, her gloves bear a resemblance to Lucio's glove that he uses for his digital turntable. For a character who is centered around secrecy, Sombra dresses in a reserved fashion. Her overcoat in particular brings to mind the common image of a spy or infiltrator bundled up in a trench coat, who always has something to hide or conceal. Typically, this kind of character would favor anonymity, and would prefer to stay as inconspicuous as possible, but Sombra has a playful side to her that can't be contained in a stuffy coat. Her hairstyle and makeup play to the more youthful side of her personality, and also convey a bit about her origins on the streets. Her color choices are also loud and vibrant, seemingly unfitting for a character whose job is to not be seen, but actually fitting for a character with a sense of humor who's likely to tease her foes before slipping back into the shadows. I'm not really feeling the toesies on her boots though. I guess you'd use those on a character who's about agility and going fast, which Sombra does do, sort of. But I think if they were just regular shoe tips, it really wouldn't have taken away from the design. Strangely, this design isn't quite gripping me the same way Ana did. Ana I loved because her story is conveyed in every aspect of her design. Sombra, however, is meant to be shrouded in mystery, so it makes sense that she has all the elements of the cyberpunk hacker that I described above, with touches of her own flavor, but I don't know. I'm seeing it, but I'm not feeling it. It's hard to describe. Maybe I'm just crazy, maybe I'm just not fond of that particular shade of Neptunia purple, or maybe I'm wanting more of the expressive side of Sombra, something that makes her own the look. I was looking at these concept arts for Sombra and I saw this really neat patterned poncho, and I thought that's a really neat detail, and a visual link back to her origins on the streets. Just something that gives her an identity, maybe. I mean, hell, how come this candy skull that's her signature emblem isn't anywhere on this costume? But then again, Sombra said it herself in her own backstory, that the girl was gone and only Sombra remained. An odd thing to say for such an expressive character who still has her humor intact. My one fear about Sombra's gameplay, based on early speculation, was that she was going to be a stealth hero. Overwatch technically has a few stealth elements, with heroes like Tracer, Reaper, or Genji able to cleverly sneak past the battle lines and cause trouble in the backline. But that's a case of stealth by way of skillful positioning and outmaneuvering, and not as static as press button turn invisible. The issue I have with hard stealth is that it's difficult to balance in terms of fun for play and for counterplay. Stealth characters, typically assassins, are traditionally built to sacrifice durability and staying power in exchange for eliminating targets before they even have a chance to fight back. This creates a binary play pattern where the stealth experience is unfun for either the stealth player, the victim, or both. Either the stealth player is having fun because they get free kills and the victims suffer because they have no counterplay, or the victims spot the stealth player and pick up a free kill while the stealth player suffers because his class is useless except for bursting down targets who can't fight back. The classic paradox of the Team Fortress 2 spy. Sombra, however, doesn't seem to suffer from that problem. She's classified as offense, but her only damage comes from her SMG, so you won't have to worry about her instantly killing someone from stealth. She's not an assassin. Instead, her goal is to infiltrate and disrupt, using her hacking to silence priority targets, disable turrets, or to troll health pickups. And at a 12-second cooldown, Sombra has to pick her targets carefully. Hack Reinhardt to disable his shield, or hack Mercy to prevent her res. Sombra has a unique ability to create openings for her team by denying enemies of their most basic defenses, either by singling out a priority target or by blasting a whole team with a well-placed ult. And in this case, I feel that her stealth is fair. In either case, I'll be glad to finally have a way around Hollywood Point A being blocked by a single turret on the goddamn elevator. And that's it for today's A.B.I.torial. Sombra won't be on the PTR for another week as of this recording, so let me know what you think about her in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and consider supporting us on Patreon for early looks at our latest videos. I'm A.B.I., and I'll see you guys next time.
Chaos Control!